Dwight De Leon, live from the Senate. Dwight, the prosecution held a press conference at around 6 p.m. No? While the trial was still ongoing. What happened in that press con?
Well, actually, baka ngayon, John, Chai, Gemma, ay may mga ambush pa rin sa mga miyembro ng prosekusyon na nangyayari ngayon sa labas. Pero kanina, sa kanilang press conference, ay sinabi ni Congressman Terry Ridon na tila impertinent or repetitive yung objections ng defense team kanina during the impeachment trial. At makita nga natin na parang tila ganoon yung strategy ng depensa sa impeachment trial. Question the authenticity of the documents every step of the way. Question the way or the line of questioning of the prosecution, calling them vague, calling them misleading. Yan yung nakita natin sa ikalawang araw ng impeachment trial kung saan finally ay plinay ang mga videos showing na nagbanta si Vice President Sara Duterte sa buhay ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. Kasama nga dyan yung November 23, 2024, Zoom press conference sa loob ng Batasang Pambansa kung saan sinabi ni Vice President Sara na nangontrata siya ng isang assassin para ipapatay si Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr., si First Lady Liza Araneta Marcos, at si former House Speaker Martin Romualdez kung may mangyaring masama sa kanya. Plinay din yung videos na sinabi ni Vice President Sara na na-imagine niya na ipapugot ang ulo ni Pangulong Marcos, pati na rin yung kanyang bansa na hukayin yung mga labi ni Ferdinand Marcos Sr. at itapon ito sa West Philippine Sea. Medyo mahaba yung journey bago na-play itong mga videos na ito. For example, yung prosecution sinabi kanina na ang gusto lang naman nalang i-play doon sa press conference na more than 2 hours from 2024 ay around 2 minutes para nga ipakita yung parte kung saan nagbabanta si Vice President Sara. Pero kumontra ang defense saying they wanted to play the entire press conference worth 2 hours. So syempre, mangain yun ng oras dito sa impeachment trial para raw maipakita yung buong konteksto ng kanyang mga utterances o kanyang mga sinabi. Eventually, nagdesisyon ang presiding officer ng impeachment court na si Chiz Escudero na pwedeng ipakita ng prosecution yung excerpts pero yung defense pwede rin naman nilang i-play yung buong video kapag sila na yung nagpapakita o magpepresenta ng kanilang ebidensya, ng kanilang testigo sa impeachment court. Napanood natin kanina, John, Gemma, Chai, na ang unang iniharap ng prosecution sa impeachment court ay si John Mark Calilong. Siya ay isang senior agent sa National Bureau of Investigation. Hindi ito yung unang beses na nakita natin si Calilong in the context of Vice President Sara Duterte's impeachment. Humarap na rin siya sa House of Representatives noong April during its clarificatory hearing nung dinidinig ng House Justice Committee yung impeachment case laban kay Vice President Sara. At doon pa lamang ay dinetalye na niya kung paano inauthenticate ng National Bureau of Investigation yun ngang video clips ng Vice President. So ito pong si Calilong ay highly trained sa NBI Cybercrime Division. He has been practicing digital forensic evidence or examination for 2 years at maraming beses na rin siyang humarap sa korte. Pero napansin nyo sa simula ng paglilitas kanina, the defense team moved to exclude or remove Calilong as a witness for the prosecution, arguing that he was not listed in the original impeachment complaint. Actually, ang naging desisyon dyan ng impeachment court ni presiding officer Chiz Escudero, hindi niya inalaw yung request dahil daw mayroon naman daw legal precedents allowing evidence or witnesses beyond what was in the initial complaint. Actually, kanina sa press conference, sinabi ni Congressman Terry Ridon na pati naman yung listahan ng mga testigo ng defense team, wala rin naman daw sa sa impeachment complaint. So, maliban pa roon, yun nga question ng depensa yung authenticity ng mga dokumento katulad na lamang ng preservation request to Meta na parent company ng Facebook. Si Attorney Amando Virgil Ligutan na private prosecutor ay paulit-ulit ding nakatanggap ng persistent objections mula sa defense lawyer na si CJ Narvasa sa pag-examine ng witness ng NBI. Sabi nga po ni Congressman Terry doon, yun nga po, repetitive daw tsaka impertinent daw yung some parts of or some objections made by the defense team. Maliban pa ron, John, Gemma, Chai, ilan pang highlights, si Kapunan, si Attorney Lorna Kapunan sa simula ng hearing ay sinabi niya o tinanong niya ang impeachment court kung si Vice President Sara ba ay a-attend sa pagdinig ngayong araw sapagkat nandito siya kaninang umaga, kaninang tanghali, pero nandito lamang siya para kausapin ang kanyang defense team at hindi para dumalo ng pagdinig kanina. Si Deputy Speaker Paulo Ortega bumwelta pa nga kay Vice President Sara kanina. Sabi niya, baka naman tinuruan ni Vice President Sara ang defense kasi itong defense team kanina meron pang side comment during the impeachment trial saying na baka naman John Mark Calilong was following a script in response to when the Calilong was trying to evaluate yung mga dokumento ng prosecution including yung support statement ng Armed Forces of the Philippines. Mapapansin nyo, minimal yung naging participation ng public prosecutor today na si Lawrence Defensor, Noy Defensor. Siya yung public prosecutor na lead para dito sa Article 4, itong ang grave threats. Pero nang tinanong natin si Congressman Ridon sa press conference kanina, normal lang naman daw yon, hindi ibig sabihin na dahil mas mahaba yung participation ng private prosecutor sa pag-examine ay sign na ito ng kawalan ng kahandaan ng prosekusyon o na pinapasa nila ang trabaho sa mga pribadong mga abogado. So yan muna ang latest mula dito sa Senate Impeachment Court, sa Senate dito sa Pasay, at bukas magkakaroon ng pagkakataon ang depensa para naman i-cross-examine itong si Calilong na by the way ay common witness din. Ibig sabihin, witness din siya ng defense team. So we're not sure if magkakaroon ba ng repeat examination in the future or bukas na yung opportunity ng defense team para questionin itong si Calilong.
Thank you, Dwight. I'm looking at the pre-trial order signed by Win Gatchalian, and in fact, he is number 13 no, in the list of common witnesses. So medyo nakapagtataka nga na bakit i-exclude. No? But yung sa skirmish, yung si Attorney CJ Narvasa, saying na baka naman may script, no? How did you read that? Parang what was he trying to prove, or what was the point that he was trying to make at that time?
Actually, medyo out of place nga yung comment na iyon ni Attorney Narvasa during the trial. Kaya nga si Attorney Ligutan, he felt compelled to ask the impeachment court to strike that comment from the record. Pero ni-note lang yon ni Presiding Officer Chis Escudero. Pero, I mean, it could be a valid strategy naman talaga for the defense to raise objections or interject every step of the way to perhaps rattle the prosecution or para masira yung kanilang train of thought sa pagtatanong. And it is also possible that they are also playing to the court of public opinion, hindi lamang sa impeachment court, because this is a kind of soundbite that can be spliced by the loyal supporters of the Vice President, and it could be a memorable soundbite for them that they can use over and over again. And hindi naman ito yung unang pagkakataon na ginamit itong naratibong ito, ano, na mayroong script. Actually, kahit pa lang nung 2024, if I'm not mistaken, during the House budget deliberations sa funding ng Office of the Vice President, noon pa lamang sinasabi na ni Vice President Sara Duterte na tila may sinusunod na script ang mga kongresista para idiin ang vice-presidente patungkol sa kanyang di umano'y maanomalyang paggasta ng kanyang pondo. So this complements kung yung earlier narratives that Vice President Sara Duterte is being politically persecuted.
Dwight, 11 trial days are set aside for Article 4. So we're done with one, and obviously tomorrow we'll resume with a cross-examination. But now that the videos have been shown, what else can the public look forward to in the next 10 days? No? Ano pa ang gagawin ng prosecution?
Well, bukas makikita nga natin si Kalilong, pero makikita pa rin natin in the coming days si Jeremy Lotok. Is also another NBI senior agent. I think na-promote na siya ngayon to regional director. But during the clarificatory hearings noon sa Kamara, sinabi niya na may kinumpirma niya na may kinontratangang assassin si Vice President Sara Duterte. Iyon ding security officer ng Kamara, si Belinda Bello. She is also expected to face the impeachment court as a witness for the prosecution dahil siya ay naka-duty noong gabing, kung tama yung word, parang nag-amok si Vice President Sara sa loob ng Kamara, na-breach yung security protocols dahil nga nilock niya yung sarili niya sa loob ng batasang pambansa. Nagsagawa siya ng unauthorized press conference na initially ay para yun kay Zulaika Lopez, pero nung nagkaroon na ng anxiety attack si Zulaika Lopez, ay nag-take over si Vice President Sara. And speaking of Zulaika Lopez, she will also face the impeachment she will also face the impeachment court, or she might face the impeachment court soon sapagkat siya ang inilista ng prosecution na susunod na witness for next week. That is for July 13 to 15, between those dates. And yun nga, sabi ni Congressman Terry at na iba pang miyembro ng House of Representatives kanina, mga tagapagsalita ng House of Representatives kanina, importante si Zulaika sapagkat siya yung trigger nitong press conference, infamous press conference kung saan binanggit ni Vice President Sara Duterte yung mga banta sa buhay, kanyang mga banta sa buhay ni Pangulong Ferdinand Marcos Jr. at ng kanyang buong pamilya. Si Attorney Melvin Matibag din, NBI Director General, is also expected to face the impeachment trial or the impeachment court soon dahil kasama din siya doon sa manifestation ng House prosecution, pero it's still subject to the confirmation of the impeachment court. Ibig sabihin na file pa lang ng prosecution yung request, pero it is up to the Senate impeachment court kung isasabpina ba talaga nila itong mga opisyales na ito. And kung nabasa nyo yung pre-trial order, marami pa dong mga witnesses for Article 4. If I remember correctly, mayroon doon si Abby Andres, yung sheriff na sumuntok kay Vice President Sara. Sinuntok ni Vice President Sara when she was Davao City Mayor. So, kung i-compel ng impeachment court na humarap si Abby Andres sa korte, may kita natin kung paano magtatanong ang impeachment court. Sabi ng prosecution noong mga nakaraang linggo, mahalaga yung maging papel ni Abby Andres para ipakita yung pattern of behavior nitong si Vice President Sara Duterte. So the prosecution is trying to build up its narrative, especially dahil kasama rin doon sa pre-trial order, yung they seek to invite a psychiatrist siguro to assess yung mental fitness ni Vice President Sara Duterte. John?
Dwight, thank you for giving us an idea of what to look forward to. We really appreciate this. We'd like to ask you many more questions, but we have to reluctantly let you go. There's so much happening in the Senate, so thank you very much, Dwight. That was Dwight De Leon, multimedia reporter, covering the prosecution in the Senate. I have a question about, I don't know if